Welcome, I'm Kenneth Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. So in this video, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. I've only received a couple of questions, which is nice, so I can chill. I thought, okay, I'll get on here. We'll quickly go through some questions, and there's only two that I can see. I am sorry if I've missed any, all right? I appreciate all your comments. So I'm going to start with my brother XRP Alchemy. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. What do you see as the symbolic meaning of free spiral ripple triskelion logo, Kenneth? Ripplers are always revealing esoteric knowledge hidden in plain sight. Triskelion logo. Triskelion. We should know this symbol. All right. Triskelion scoliosis. You may have heard something like that. Okay. If I can say that right. Triskelion scoliosis. Here. Can you see that? Let's see if you can see that. Triskelion scoliosis. Right? What's the root word? What's the meaning? I will reveal this to you. What we're talking about here is this symbol. Okay? We see it everywhere in the ancient world. Like they are trying to tell us something about this world. What do you think that is? Well, we go deeper into the root word and we look at occult allegories in movies to really reveal what's being said here. And I'm going to reveal it to you. Okay. So I'll show you what I do. We go look at the root words. Okay. Hopefully you can see that all right. To show you what I do. I have mentioned this symbol or showed this symbol in one of my videos. Okay, we should know it well because it's very connected to this realm. Okay, so we get a connection with three-legged. Okay, leg. When you're an old prisoner, when you're in prison, you get chained down by the leg. Look at the chain on the Statue of Liberty. Okay, then we get the scoliosis, if I can pronounce that right, which means crime, badness, bent, curve, okay, to do with a joint or limb. Remember I mentioned in my videos about the lame bull we will start off as in the host body system. So what's the symbol pointing to? If you look at the old Star Trek movies, welcome to Triskelion. Right, hopefully I can, let me see if I can make that smaller so you can see it, or bigger. Right, let's let me see if I can close it up a minute. There you go. All right, this was in Star Trek, where the old Star Trek series had a lot of occult knowledge, a lot of allegories, those who are seeking truth. Triskelion. Prison. That's what it means. Right? Hence the ancients were telling us, welcome to the pit. All right? We are told that we are in the pit, a prison. Let me share something else with you. Okay, that's what Triskelion means, prisoner in prison. So I hope that answers your question, brother. Thank you. I'm just going to share something else with you. Okay, so I'm 46 years old and I used to like listening to Wu-Tang Clan growing up as a teenager. Okay, and there was this song or this music video called Wu-Tang Clan Grave Pit. Okay, what do you think they were referring to? This world. Of course I didn't know that until my awakening. A lot of the truth drops, the allegories, the anagrams, the symbology in music videos, movies, poetry, it's all around us. for those who pay attention and present, you will see that it's constantly telling you where you are, the nature of this world, etc. But the first earthly man, Adam, cannot see it because of the veils, the Faraday cage over the mind, through social engineering, which creates the psychological makeup. You're in the pit, in Sheol, the duat, hell, all right, in these garments, a body of flesh, where you get taught to believe that you're going to die, you're going to experience death if you don't behave, etc. All right, it's horrendous in this world. As it says in the scripture, it says when you come here, you're going to experience boils and like chicken pox, etc. Okay, you're going to experience suffering and pain. It's a very different world from where we come from. All right, with our glorified bodies, our immortal bodies, incorruptible bodies. We are put in corruptible bodies, okay, in these avatars to experience this fake shadow century AI simulated quantum computer machine world. All right, it's a VR on steroids. I'm not joking. Right, you just wouldn't believe it. All right, it's incredible, all the details. Okay, the insects, the grit and grime, the pit. It's astonishing that it fools you in its presentation when it's all a lie. It's not real. Okay, in regards to and context to where we've come from. Okay, it's only when you wake up and the veils are lifted and you have comparison, you see, you have wisdom, you have knowledge. Father is washed the clay from your eyes. We are as clay in his hands. Wash the fleshly, organic world from your eyes. It's not so organic. It's of light. It's of sacred geometry. It is of code. It is, again, a quantum, biological, AI simulated reality world, a realm known as the number 11. We get the call 1111 to go back home into the true reality. This is only a copy as revealed to us in the Bible. This is the pit, infinite states, good and evil. If you don't get your house in order, you go down into the pit and Sheol opens its mouth wider for you as revealed to us in the scripture. And you drop down the degrees of the realms and they get horrific. Okay, so I thought I'd share that with you. Let me pause there. Okay, so the next question from Dragon Lady 8705. Hey Kenneth, if we are in a simulation, yes we are, what year time frame do you think the simulation started? Thank you for all of your guidance and knowledge. Thank you, bless you. Right. Okay. How am I going to answer this? Over the years, I come across something that blew me away. Okay. Father revealed something to me with a lot of research and knowledge. Okay. Receiving the allegories, the symbols, the knowledge. How am I going to put this? I found certain secrets with the internet and certain conspiracy routes that led me to a revelation that blew me away. This realm, this age, this year was created a long, long time ago. Okay, you wouldn't believe it. And it's not only created a long, long time ago, namely the Ancient of Days, this world, this simulation, okay, it's created outside of the matrix, outside of the womb, okay, by architects from civilization man knows not of, all right, with very intelligent technology, mathematics and science many would find very hard to comprehend. okay, where these worlds are created, programmed, designed, and orchestrated, whereby we can see the dates, the year, all in connection with the environment and your development. For example, I've got to be careful. I was going to say something then. I'm 46. Okay. The Alpha and Omega, the beginning of my life and to the end, is part of a designed timeline and realm, specifically orchestrated and designed for me to go through certain states and processes with spirit doing the works in me. That I would be formed and groomed with particular individuals, angels, demons coming into my experience for my development. All right. It's all destined, all designed. I was showing it. We get shown it before we come into the system. It's a universe of consent. Father, as it says in scripture, he shows us these things and it's horrific. And we're like, And the Father's like, now, do not be worried. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For your Lord will go with you. He'll never leave you or forsake you. You're going to experience all the horrors in the world. Okay? This is the language we get from Spirit talking to Abraham. Okay? About a great darkness is going to fall upon him and he's going to experience all the horrors of the world. I'm going to put you in the womb, as it says in scripture, in a realm. This is designed by fathers, angels, the architects, those with particular skill sets, traits, etc. It reveals it all in the Bible. All right. Father creates all through man, through his entities, through his creation. God moves everyone and everything. It's God who is in control. It also mentions that if the wicked do wicked, he sends wicked men to the wicked. Like attracts like is known to like alone. God is not mocked, man will reap what he sows. For God's name's sake, he does this because the I of us, the I am that I am, is in everyone and everything. God is above all, through all, and in all. We live and move and have our being in God and God in us, even in these created simulated AI worlds. Now that blew me away. Before we got internet, there was internet. Okay, a very highly developed, high-speed internet before we received internet. All right, this was something shown to me many years ago that blew me away. In the Egyptian hieroglyphs, going into the mysteries, you can actually see the allegory, the hieroglyphs, the symbolism revealing the engineers outside of the womb designing worlds, okay, and helping others come into the host body system. All right, and you agreed to it, and it was all for a reason, and you wouldn't want it in any other way because you return home in the expansion of yourself. This is all revealed to us in scripture, Enoch, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, Apocrypha, Dead Sea Scrolls, etc. Let me pause there. So not only was this created many years ago, but there's many copies of it, many different versions in a technology more advanced than the AI we are aware of, that go in correspondence, a connectivity with your development. For example, if you reset, you don't get it. You may see certain souls going through their timeline. They don't get it. They reset. Well, they go through a very similar timeline with alterations that are going to assist them in their development. This is also mentioned by Neville Goddard. Like I said, there's a lot going on with reality and your life than you can possibly imagine. These are just created worlds. It doesn't matter what age the simulated started with, because if you're in the 80s, say you started in the 80s and it's May and it's the 17th, all the numbers, the time, the dates, the year will correlate and correspond with your development and your psychological makeup. It's always connected. Even when you're interacting with the external environment, you'll find these double digits coming up with the year, with your interaction, with your spiritual development, your psychological makeup. It's all connected. It's all sacred mathematics, sacred geometry. There's no separation from spirit, from the light. Okay, God's thumbprint is on everything. Oh, 99. Okay, it doesn't matter about when the simulation started, because it was created outside of the womb to start with many copies and a technology that creates instant, simultaneously alterations that's going to benefit the user in the host body system. All right, and it can make very peculiar changes. It can make you experience the most strangest, weirdest things, even using different timelines. Okay, it can even give you presentations and states that may be from a completely different world and timeline. Okay, it may come into your experience for a bit, then go, and you'll never find it again. For example, I've had certain material come into my experience, reading, should we say, ancient scrolls or material from source I was not expecting. For example, I come into the study of Merlin, where he was using certain practices to connect with the divine. And this taught me a lot, and I found it very strange. Why would Merlin be connecting with the divine? I thought he was a sorcerer into wheeling off dragons and stuff, because that's what we get this belief system of through movies, our upbringing. But I come across this material, very strange, about Merlin using alchemical symbols in connection with his own spiritual development, connecting back to his source, the conceived conception. I found that absolutely fascinating. And then that went. I couldn't tell you where that scroll is or where that material is. And this has happened a lot, where certain material has come into my experience and it's gone. Certain people have come into my experience and they're gone. Okay, as William, what is it? Was it Shakespeare? People have their entrances and exits. There's a lot going on with your reality than you could possibly imagine, and the world is not what it seems. This is not the real world, as I keep mentioning. It takes one to be present, to do the works with Father, listen to Spirit, paying attention to the synchronicities. There's nothing new under the sun. Patterns will keep reoccurring because it's sacred mathematics. Pi, the golden ratio, 1.618, and you see it in everything. Okay, you will see the same certain patterns and occurrences, whether it be with animals, people, scenarios, situations, okay, etc. You'll see patterns upon patterns. It's a matrix. Okay, look at the seasons. Even though the matrix is collapsing and time is now folding in on itself, where the days are getting quicker, it doesn't feel like we're going into, it doesn't feel like we've had a summer or going into winter. It feels very strange. We used to know our glorious long summers and when the winter was coming, but now it's like everything's too quick and you're like, hang on, summer is over. What, we're supposed to be entering winter or autumn, etc. It feels all obscure. That's because of the time that we are in, because everything is collapsing, because we're in what's known as the end of the age, end of days. Oh, my ears ringing. Okay, I better go. I think I've said enough. Right? We are being prepared for a wonderful transformation, bridged back over to the true reality. We've got to get out the deep, out of the pool. All right? Because when we get out, you're going to look back and see that this was just a stage. It was a dream world. It's not real. Doesn't matter when the Matrix started, what year, because it was all tied to your journey. It was all designed like a computer game. Incredible. You just wouldn't believe it. Hence, when we get home, there will be remembrance, there'll be revelation, there will be joy, and there will be happiness. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Hope that answers your questions. Love you guys. Remember, we're going into eternity where there's no more time and no more sea, no more of the dead. Love you.